and welcome back to McGregor, Iowa. We are at the Century Farm. I am your host, Lord Ilric from Ilric Gaming. Today, we are back on the farm to do some more work. Lots to do. I've done some contracts between episodes, and it is still really dark. But I want to get down to the shop because we got some planning to do. Might show you here on the way one of the things that I've done, but I did a bunch of contracts to try to make things a little easier, and the lights do not help much. But what we can do is stop here and I show you real quick what I did. I went ahead and I mowed this side. But I'm not sure we want to bale grass. Let's get to the shop and we'll chat about that. Cow's milk has been picked up. It's a little after 6 a.m. here. And driving in the dark is not simple in this, especially when I don't have really good headlights. Alright, just about to the yard. Bump. Just a drive. I did a whole bunch of plow contracts, plus we finished plowing our field over there. Let's actually park over here. We'll head into the shop here. Actually, we're going to go around to the shop in the back. Oops. We've got a lot to do. It is the second. Oh, it's dark in here. Turn on flashlight till we get to the light switch. There we go. So we've got a lot to do. One thing we did get done also is I found a guy selling a bunch of tools to help us do repairs on equipment, because we really wore out the little John Deere with the plow, because it did 4 fields. So we're going to have to repair that, and that's going to cost a pretty penny. Let me go ahead and turn on the HUD so you guys can see. We have 120,000-ish in the bank right now. It was a lot of plowing. A lot of plowing. We are in the 3rd week of September. But what we need to do is we need to start prepping for planting. And that really comes down to October for wheat. Or we could do barley now. Or even canola, but I don't really want to do canola. Barley and wheat, I know, will give us straw as an output, which we need for the cows and the pigs. We got a lot to do there, but that's going to take a long, many months to come through. So we're kind of stuck doing contracts and random stuff for other people until then. So the question is, do we do wheat or barley? And that's one of those things. Let's take a look. Honestly, let's see, what's the high for barley is 378. For wheat, it's 407. It really isn't going to make a whole lot of difference at that point which one we plant. Barley we could do now, but we'd have to go and purchase a seed drill, I believe. Just checking to see what's currently available cheap. This would be nice because we could actually haul these out of the slurry pit to fertilize. It's a really nice deal on a power flow of 40 foot, which would give us a whole lot more coverage, but I'm not worried about that yet. And I'm not going to worry about the electric vehicle, and we really don't need another tractor right now. But what we need is a seed drill. Let's see. Probably up here, or down here. Cedar. We have this one, which, oddly enough, actually will do what we need. So we don't actually have to buy that, but we're going to need to buy a bunch of seed to plant in that field. Did some other stuff. We purchased a few other small items for our tractor, and Can't wait to show you guys this. This is fantastic. Let me open this up. I figured out how to run the crusher. We have lime. It's not a ton, but from just clearing that one field, we have lime. And it wasn't that complicated, and I've got it set up over here. We'll probably move that somewhere else down the road. The other thing I purchased, or the things that I, actually purchased, are a bucket, a pallet jack, and a bagger, or bag lift for our little itty bitty 5090 here. It's a great little tractor. I love that thing. It does a good job. Just keeps running. The 6145 is okay, but what we're really going to want to do is purchase a rower, a wind rower, and a tedder so that we can kind of combine everything back together. So let's take a look in the shop and see what we can find. So autosave is a pain some days, but it's okay. It's better that we save and not lose it. So the tedder, will dry the grass. So we need to do that on that field. And then we need, because we're going to do that, it's going to spread it out. We're going to need a wind rower. Now, there's a couple of things we can do here. I was looking at this. This would work well for baling because this would pull all of the hay back to the center and line it up perfectly for our tiny little baler here. What I was really hoping was to be able to run that off of one of these tractors, but I don't think we have a PTO that they'll hook up to. Actually, we do on the little one, I believe. We can give it a shot. Should have tried that before I started recording, but ideally we'll be able to do that. But to do that, we're going to need to purchase that. And I do actually have it here to make it easier. So let's go ahead and buy this. We're going to go with standard model, no lights. We're going to change the color to, let's go, let's find our friend John Deere green, and brand decal can go John Deere. All right, so that's going to run us 32.6, which is not cheap, but that will make it so we spend less time doing processing, which would be fantastic. So we also need to pick up a tedder. And here we're not going to go super duper expensive or super big because there's no need. We don't have a big space to do. Is it worth going? Yes, we have the Vemmer pack. These are nice. Actually, I think the Vermeer here is a good one for us to take a look at. And we're just going to go ahead and buy that. They're a local Iowa company, so that's fantastic. All right, so I think that what that means is we're going to have to unhook our little front loader here and see if we can't go pick that stuff up. And if we can't, we have a bigger problem. Why can't I unhook that in this state? There we go. All right. I'm really hoping we can make it work on this little tractor. I could have swore we got a PTO on this thing, but sure doesn't look like it. If not, we'll have to sell that and take a loss on it, I guess, or hang on to it till we have a proper tractor for the job. So what we got to do is we got to send this on down to our spawn area. So we'll do that. And while he's going down there, we're going to take a look. Weather looks good for the next few hours. Rain at about midday. The other thing I'd love to be able to figure out is how many acres is this field? Maybe we can tell by up here. So this is 8, hectares, I think it is. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how much seed we're going to have to buy. So I wish I knew how much this covered. Because this stuff's spendy, but I think it would be good. We can do that. Salt. We could buy just straight wheat seeds that we don't accidentally do anything. So I'm thinking we're gonna need, how many is the max it'll let me go? 8. Let's start with 8. That's 6,400. No, we don't need that just yet. But we're gonna need the wheat seeds. I want the wheat because we can feed that to the cat or the pigs pretty easily. So let's go ahead and get the truck. Pull that out. We're gonna send that down to the point as well. Just as soon as we get out of here a little bit. There we go. Nope, you're gonna do it the wrong way. Let's get you down on the road there, buddy. Auto drive is a great thing, but sometimes it's tricky. Alright, there it goes. Let's see if we can't jump back to this. And see where we're at. Oh, we're almost halfway up the map, which is great. Okay, so the question is, what else should we be doing? And it is darker than dark. Let's speed up time just a little bit to try to get some light, because this dark is not helping any. There we go. That's fine. That's good. Now we should be able to actually see out on the road. That's much better. Okay. So while we're doing that, let's take a look and see if there's any new contracts that would be good for us. There is a cultivating contract at Field 23. And we're going to go ahead and grab that. We're going to use this boy. Oops. We have our fork or front end in the way, so I don't like using super strength when I can avoid it. But sometimes needs must. Alright. We're going to hook up our cultivator. We're going to head over to Field 23, and we'll get that going. That's a big field, but we shouldn't need this tractor for a little bit, and we can always use the cash since we're still buying a lot of equipment that we need. Okay. And we got it. Okay. We'll get this over there and set up. Yep. I always forget I'm supposed to fold that. And our little tractor is doing okay. Alright, so that's off to do field 23. Maybe. It looks like he crashed. Not bad. And let's jump down to our little bitty tractor. He's still got a ways to go, but let's go ahead and take over this. We'll drive through town and see about loading that stuff up. So, we got a lot to do. We don't need the grain just yet. We're probably going to want a fertilizer / lime spreader. I'd rather get something that'll do dual purpose because we're going to need the fertilizer. We're probably going to need a weeder of some sort too, so we'll have to be looking into that. We're not going to have a lot of slurry for fertilizer for a while now, but it's a slow start, but I'm not going to take out loans unless I have absolutely positively no choice to do so, because I want to do this without going into debt big time. Alright, so let's head on back here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sometimes auto drive is problematic. Alright. So, let's see. Oop, I can't see. Does that actually hook up? It does. So that's good. Back onto this. This is not the configuration I would normally run in because I want the back to do the job first, and I'm not driving backwards all the way. Alright, we're going to send this back home. Main yard. That is cumbersome looking. I hope he makes it. Alright. Truck is here. This will be interesting. I could have probably loaded it on the bed of the truck here, but I want to get this stuff loaded. Let's back on up. Alright. Let's get our stuff on the truck. Towards the front so we're not causing a weight issue. I have had a weight issue before. We'll get these on the shelves back at home, and then we'll use them, the tools we purchased, to get that done next. I was afraid that was going to happen. Let's get that straight. Put that on there. That does not look right. Oh well. I think maybe we should just do 2. Deer going through the parking lot. Not exactly the one I intended to grab, but you know, that works. Whatever. Alright. Turn on all of the straps. Look at that, we got a upside down pyramid thing going. Alright. So we're going to send you on home too and see if you make it. Alright, let's check. Oh. He's still working his way to field 23. There's a train coming, so we better stick to this one. And that's a wide turn, I tell you. Ugh. Cars. Okay. No, no, no. Where are you going? How did that car get through the track, or the train arms? Are they magic? Teleportation? Then why do you need a car? Alright. Going up the hill, I'm guessing there's cars stuck behind him. Autosave is kicking in. Just one car. Alright. Not a lot of... That looks actually really nice. This will definitely make things easier to get it done. And the Vermeer looks pretty good too. Not the bigger one there, but even that wasn't terribly expensive. This one is a lot more expensive, but I think in the long run it'll be worth it. We can always upgrade it, make it longer. If we get bigger fields, if we decide to do something significantly more, that car is going to try and pass. Nope, it didn't run into us. Whoop, we're losing control. Good job. Nice recovery. All right. Let's take a look. We are here at the field. All right, so let's go ahead and start that. Unfold the cultivator. We're going to go on and get in here, and we're going to get this field started. Let's go ahead and... Alright. Let's clear whatever course is in there. Yep, we'll just do 6 headlands. Why not? It's a little easier. We'll let it create that course. Boom, boom, boom. And off you go. Get that job done and we'll be happy. We'll be 12 grand more. 13. 14. Wow. There's a couple fields to harvest. Field 1 is huge. Field 2 and 3 need plowing, but they're huge as well. And yeah, 35 acres, 33 acres. We just don't have the spare capacity to do it. They're using a big plow in those fields. Field 59 we could probably do, but I want to work on getting hay. Seriously. I forgot to move forward. Alright. So he's there. I'm worried about that truck running into us. So far, everybody's doing okay. Getting going, getting where they need to be. Let's see. Yeah, he's coming on fast. That's him there. Whoops. A little whoop-de-doo there because of the road going a little fast across an intersection. Look at that truck move. Nice. Alright, so we got the big tractor doing Field 23's contract. We're going to drop off the... Whoa! Windrower. And we're going to go ahead and take the Vermeer out for a spin on that grass real fast. So, yep, that's what I figured he was going to do. I think there's some tuning on the auto drive that needs to happen. I may take a look at that. And he's going to miss the driveway no matter what, so we're just going to follow him in. But it's not even 8 o'clock. We had our breakfast and some coffee. Got some planning done, and we're just about prepared to do this field. We should probably do some soil sampling on it. We've already spent way too much money this morning. So we got to make some money. I'm hoping we'll make enough from that contract to maybe cover the cost of getting soil info on this field. At some point we're going to want to... Okay, so I'm going to park this up here for right now. And we'll go and unload that. If I can get off of there. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to unhook. We're going to start the tractor. Maybe? Oh, it's still stuck. Alright. We're going to unhook the Vermeer for right now, and then we're going to go put this in the shed. Actually, we're going to park it out here because we're going to need it. Let's actually put that over here. Whoa, that just barely fits underneath there, so a bigger one would not be a good idea. Alright, so then we can pick that up the baler and just drive out, hook up to that, and head back over there. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy. Oops, wrong way. Elric. Elric, what are you doing? Alright. Okay. So this isn't a field, so we have to do this manually. Now, I'd love to have the other tractor here and just do the baler, or the bale pickup right away, but we can use the R tractor for that, the 5090. This is a great little tractor. I'm really happy with this one. Alright, we're going to drive down to the end, because it's a little less steep getting in and out. So, the cows, the ladies are doing good. Actually, we could check on them, which we probably will momentarily. I could have done behind the house as well, and we might still do that. But I just wanted to get this done. I want to get some hay done and ready for the cows. So let's turn that off. Let's drive across the yard. Go ahead and lower this. Nice. Okay, so what we're probably going to do here is a little bit of time lapse while I get this part knocked out, and I will bring you back when we go to get the rest of the tools that we're going to need to do this job. See you in a minute. We are wrapping up this tedding, turning all the grass to make sure it dries good. We'll be done here momentarily, and then we're going to go hook up the other equipment. But we'll go check and see how the tractor is, the 6145 is doing over on field 23. Yes, I missed an awful lot of grass. I suppose I could do some cleanup on that too. Not being able to see through trees makes things difficult. So we're going to just clean up the worst of this here quick. And we're not going to worry about every last bit of it. We'll clean up this on the way back to the exit. And we'll go clean this up and park it. And we will get the new windrower and our baler and be back down here to process the hay. So that did not take terribly long at all. It's going to take a little longer for the baling, which is to be expected, I guess. So, and we're going to have to figure out some better way to do storage in the shed, because not unhooking and parking the trailer or the header takes up a lot of space in there. So let's go ahead and pull in here quick. I think for right now we're gonna just park this over here. And we'll cut through here, go hook up our baler. Let's jump into the cab. Yeah, those two take up an awful lot of space, so we're going to have to find a better way to deal with those. Alright, we got the baler, and we'll hook up the windrower quick. Oops, I missed. Alright, and we're going to take a quick pause here. We're going to go check out how that field is doing. Doing pretty good. Looks like he's made 3 of the 6 minus 1, so doing good. Alright, let's head on back to our 5190. And let's go do this quick. Alright. Or as quick as we can. And then we can probably pick up the bales and process them into the cows. Probably should check and see how the cow feed is doing to begin with. Whoa. Because I'd love to get them TMR. But I don't have a mixer, and we're not quite there yet, so we're going to have to rely on hay and grass. For now. Soon, though. Alright, for this, I'm going to actually have to turn on the HUD to make sure we have everything. So, the first thing we're going to have to do is get down here, but we're going to have to unfold the windrower. I want to know exactly how wide it's going to be. It should be V-shaped if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we can turn it on and we can lower it. And then we switch to that, and we turn that on, and we lower it. So we got 9 liters of hay already. So this should be pretty efficient method of doing this now. Oh yeah. Now, if we're just getting grass, we don't have to do the tedding. We could actually do the mowing and still use this windrower to just suck multiple rows together and do the passes very, very quickly. Okay, we're going to turn on automatic eject because I forgot to do that. All right. And let's take a look. Hey, 4,500 liters of hay. Nice. And off we go again. So the great thing is this pulls all of that hay in very quickly, and we'll get this job done in just a few little passes and frequent bales because that thing fills up fast when we pull that much together. Nice. So we're going to run into issues occasionally, I think, with the grass. Hopefully not much. But look how well this is working. And it should leave the grass in, in a row behind us. As long as we've got hay in the hopper. Well, actually, it looks like it's picking it up too. Which, I guess is okay. With 3 bales already, and we haven't even done, 2/3 of a first pass on this path. So this is working out. It'll make that one a lot easier too. So there were some problems here when I was doing the mowing, but this windrower is fantastic. So this was a good purchase. This will definitely make everything easier. Although I think we might want to get a bigger baler in the near future. Just because this is the smallest bale we can get, and I'd love to get bigger so that we can get more in a confined space. That would be a good thing. Back up just a wee bit. Make sure we get all of the hay. Alright, now I gotta test my driving skills. We should be able to get one more mowing out of the other field, and we're gonna have to come back and pick that up. That is the one drawback with doing it this way, but minor cleanup in the field is not a big deal. Okay, we're gonna just do this. Hopefully we can get it all without going over the edge. Yep. See if we can't do a tight corner here. It's gonna suck, but and it looks like we can. We might have a little bit of hay to pick up in that corner, and we're gonna just go straight back down because some of these corners would be difficult at a minimum. So, all right, so now that you've seen what we're doing, we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and I will catch up with you again in a minute. in this field, in this area, to finish off one more bale, and then we'll go grab the bale trailer, and we will finish up this job. It looks like our contract over in field 23 is 54% complete, so we're making some progress here today, which is always good. This should be the last major patch of hay to hit, and I'm hoping, oh, there's a little bit more up there. And it looks like we're gonna get another bale. Maybe we can get yet one more last bale out. But definitely we're gonna have to start keeping an eye out in the used equipment market to try to pick up a bigger baler, because this one is just a little small. It works for what we're doing, though. I'm not going to complain about that at all. We may have to do a few passes around the field to finish off this bale, but I'd love to finish it, be done. Okay. Hard part is getting all of the straw, or the hay, picked up. Close. So let's do this. We have to go kind of beyond where we think we need to, just to get every last little strand of hay. Try and get the corner so that I can pick up everything. And autosave kicked in again. Alright. We are close. So let's just kind of touch every last bit we can reasonably and try and finish off this bale. Looks like there's a little bit there. If we can just kind of gently nudge that bale out of the way. There's some over there we can get yet. Try that. Actually, let's pick up the stuff in the middle on the way there. We're so close. So very close. Let's back up a little bit. And there's some right over here. Should be pretty close to enough. There we go. Let's turn that off. Lift that. Switch to the front. Turn that off. Lift that. And fold that. Nice. So we got quite a few bales. It'll be interesting to see how many total. I did notice that this tractor is just a little underpowered if we have a hill. It really started to struggle on this end coming up the hill, but that's not terrible. I could think of much worse situations. Alright, so we gotta go put stuff away. We'll get into the yard, we'll shut the tractor down for a few minutes, we'll wash the equipment up, and then we'll put it away. Okay. Pull it on up here. Not the chainsaw. Get that cleaned up. That is a really nice feature that we've added. Let's clean up the baler. Won't take much. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna figure out how to do this. I think we're going to put this over here for now. It's not something we use super frequently, so... And then I think we'll go ahead and put this over here. We got to really figure out how to arrange things. Can't see because of the constantly shifting stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and drop that. Okay, now we need the bale trailer anyway, so... Let's go ahead and open the door so we can get out. And let's go bale this pile of hay and see where we're at. Oh, we already baled it. Let's go pick up the bales. And I'm tempted to try throwing a bale through there, but I'm more worried about feeding the cows than anything right now. But at that point, we'll probably end up calling it a stream or an episode. It's getting in pretty long already. There's your crash counter. So, alright, put that down. We're gonna start. This is probably not the smartest way to do this, but let's go ahead and start picking these up. See how many we got out of this field. Yep, she's struggling again. We may have to wait till the other tractor's done to finish, depending on the hills in this. So, this little yard tractor isn't... We're using it a bit beyond what it was intended for originally. I was going to use it for mostly moving equipment around when I had to get some stuff moved and to pick up bags and stuff, but we're using it for a lot more by doing the cutting and, or not the cutting, but the tedding and the windrowing and the baling and the pickup of bales. I mean, it's just, we use it a lot, which isn't terrible. I mean, we're getting our money's worth out of this little tractor, that's for darn sure. I kind of like it. It's just a little tractor that could and would and did and will. Alright. I think that's all of the bales down there. Yep. Okay. Starting to work our way back. Try and pick up most, if not all, the bales. 60% of that Field 23 contract is completed. Let's back this up so we can whip around a little bit and pick that up. Hang on just a second. Alright. Oops. Did not mean to get out of the tractor. We are up to 16 bales. And we got a ways to go yet. Holy cow. That's a lot of bales. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 more bales out there. That's fantastic. Out of that little area. Now, they're not super big bales, but they're better than... Yeah, they're free. We didn't... a little wear and tear on the equipment, don't get me wrong. It did cost us that and some gas. But still, we're getting a pretty good deal on just mowing an open area. Alright, so we are going to run out of room on here. We can get, what, 4 more? So, doing decent, though. Free hay. There. One more. Let's get the one all the way over here, and then we can come back for the last few stragglers. We might just leave those on the trailer just so that we have them available if we need them. Alright. Trailer's full. I don't know if we're going to get up the hill here. There is a bit of a ramp here, so let's lift that up. Up, 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 up. Alright. Go over here. That is a lot of hay. Wow. More than I expected, honestly. But I definitely want to get a bigger baler. Save some time and energy. But we'll need a bigger tractor for that. Alright. Let's go on in. Yeah, hey, huh? Oh, you're excited. I would be too. Alright, to unload, we use Y. Let's get it into position. And then we push them off. So cool. We're going to go ahead and open this fence so that we're ready to go. Nice thing, I love those cattle grates there. It keeps them from walking in, which is really, or walking out, which is really nice. Alright. Put it back. And we'll end the episode chatting as I load bales, or those bales in. But let's go pick up the rest of them first. Gotta fold up that other arm yet. There we go. Let's go pick up those last few. So this is working out really well. Plenty of open space to make hay and grass. We'll have to check all the status of all of our stuff here momentarily as well. So we've got 5 bales left to pick up, I think. Yeah, just 5. Unless something's rolled down into the trees, which I won't see. So let's do a turn here. That one up, we'll grab that one, and we'll go and load hay. Actually, take a look at status of our cows. That other tractor over on field 23 is doing decent. We're getting closer to finishing that contract, which would be nice. Another 14 grand in our pocket. We'll have to figure out something to do with that. All right. Let's go ahead and fold this. And let's try and find a not so steep spot to get out. Right here will work. Let's see if we can curve this around and bring this over here. There we go. Alright, so we got that area flipped and baled and hauled out. So let's take a look and see how our animals are doing, our cows. So what I want to get is the TMR, and that requires that we put gray grass, hay, and silage and some other stuff together in order to keep things functioning. But as you can see, our productivity is going up, which is fantastic. Grass, we have a lot in there, but it only gives us 40% boost to the animals. Hay gives us 70, silage would be 80, so we could just start wrapping the bales and getting it that way, or we could put in a silage silo, or we can go with the TMR. And it might be a combination of these two that we end up doing. But we got 3 liters of milk in there. Let's take a look. We don't have anything producing milk. We have we can get $775 for 3 liters. That's not bad. Oh, that's our stock. We get $2 price per liter. Is that? No, that can't be right. Our hay we could sell for $5,000, but we need that for the animals. We could sell the lime that I've got for $1,000, and our wheat seeds have depreciated. So all in all, I think we're doing pretty good. So we'll get the girls all fed here, and I think on that note, folks, I'm Lord Aelric. This is autosave. No. Yeah, it is autosave. No, I'm Lord Aelric. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to be notified of any episode or future episodes, feel free to use the bell. And until next time, what she said. Bye-bye.